Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever episode of World Overdrive Wrestling. So before I begin, I'm gonna be totally honest here. I don't think this show is gonna have a really good rating. Just I was just trying to establish some of the characters. So, and I also forgot to hire anyone above 10 popularity. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so 143 people. I probably did not make money. I don't really know. So anyway, the show opens up with an opening battle sequence between the ancient hero and the evil bad guy. and yeah, those are their names. They're not really important, but this is what's going to open the show. So, the ancient hero and the evil bad guy, they're fighting each other, and the bad guy is kind of getting the upper hand. So the bad guy starts taunting the ancient hero. You know, is this all you have? Is this really the full extent of your power? And the ancient hero is like, stop! You don't know what you're doing! You don't know what you're about to unleash! And the bad guy says, I know. I know exactly what I'm going to unleash. This is the will of the Demon Lord. And the bad guy extends his palm forward and fires an energy beam at the hero. The hero blocks the energy beam with his arm, and he's like screaming. He's like, ah! And he falls to his knees, and like there's like explosions and like sparks flying everywhere. So he falls to his knees. He pulls out like a gold colored locket, and he opens it up, and he's looking at it, and there's a picture of this little girl, presumably his daughter, and he's kind of saying, he's short on breath. He's like, I'm sorry. And the bad guy starts like walking up to him, grabs the hero's hair, and he's like, hey, who is that cutie? Oh, you better not fail to me here. Who knows what I will do to her? Ha 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 ha. So the hero holds a locket in both of his hands, and he starts praying. He's muttering like, blah, 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 blah. And the bad guy is like, oh, are you afraid? Are you saying your last rites? Ha 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 ha. And then the hero looks up at him, and he's like, no, I'm saying yours. And he opens up his palm and shows a locket, and the locket starts glowing white, and it's like, what is this light? Ah! And then like a huge explosion just like devours both of them, like boom. And then out of the explosion you see the words World Overdrive Wrestling. And there's this like upbeat wrestling intro theme. World Overdrive Wrestling. So Terry Smith, the announcer, is on the screen, and he's running down the show. Welcome to the debut episode of World Overdrive Wrestling. And so he kind of like goes through the show. Our mysterious owner, the masked bad guy, and yes, that's his name, the masked bad guy, has arranged an exciting show for us all, and he continues to be hard at work ensuring more excitement for us for more episodes to come. Tonight, in the main event, we'll be seeing a matchup between longtime friends Jack Marvel and Jude Atlas, and there's like, a picture of the two guys. We will also be seeing the controversial signing Sam, the mass murderer Titus, in action against the exciting up-and-comer Jason Patterson. But coming up next is a revolutionary, historic match between the young superstars Joy Ryder and Robin Newman. And so the screen blacks out, and it kind of like shows a back locker room. This is Jack Marvel and Jude Atlas, by the way. This is the main event. I don't think this is a good decision because they're both at 0 popularity. But anyway, So it shows Jude Atlas. He's in the back. You know, he's walking in the hallway. He's getting ready for his match, and then we hear a guy's voice, uh, and it turns out to be Jack Marvel, his longtime friend. And he's like, "Hey, buddy, we did it. We we made it. We made it to the main event. I always knew we could do it." And he's like giving a pep talk. You know, we worked our asses off, and we finally got here, the main event. You know, imagine our childhood dream, the dream that we've always had, the world championship, and we're one step closer to it. And Jude, he's just kind of like speechless. He's like, "Yeah, you know, may the best man win." And Jack's like, hey, man, you know, just because we're buddies, don't expect me to go easy on you. Like, this is going to be a battle out there. I'm not losing this one. Well, see you later. And he walks off. And then Jude is just kind of like reminiscing about the past. He's talking about how Jack is a childhood friend and that he's just like super talented, like super athlete. During high school, he won championships, you know, amateur wrestling, football, you know, everything. It didn't matter. Like, this guy was just so talented. He's just such a physical specimen. He's so talented. And and Jude is like, you know, as for me, you know, I was never given this God-given talent. I was always staring at your back, you know. You're leaving me in your dust, but not tonight. I worked my, you know, I worked so hard to get here. You know, you're always ahead of me, but today, I will prove that my hard work is going to pay off. You know, hard work, determination, these are the principles I abide by. I'm not going to lose to you, friend. Right. So the next match is Joy Ryder against Robin Newman. Yeah. And about that at Terrible Wrestling, yep. That about sums it up. That sums up this entire show. Terrible Wrestling. So, and you know, it's Terry Smith hyped it up as revolutionary because, you know, women's wrestling, intergender, blah 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 blah. So anyway, over the course of this match, Robin Newman is, you know, he's stronger and faster. He has an advantage. But Joy Ryder is like seducing him and like touching him, feeling him up, kissing him, and so Robin, you know, Robin gets thrown off, and Joy uses this to her advantage, and kind of like gets her offense going because like Robin is so confused. But Robin regains control of the match. He's about to deliver this powerful suplex on Joy, but before he's able to do that, Joy grabs his balls and he's like acting super surprised, rolls him up. Joy Ryder wins. Alright, so in this next segment, we have Sam Titus over here. He's sitting in jail. He's this like big, hulking, scary man. He's sitting in jail. Of course, he has a mask in jail because, you know, why not? And then he has a flashback, and he's kind of like on the streets. There's like, it's like nighttime. He's got like blood all over him. There's dead bodies all over the streets, bloodied bodied. And he's just smiling. You know, all these people are running in terror, and he's laughing and grinning. And like, he just like grabs someone and just like throws them against like the building, and just like, he's just like on a killing spree. He's like monstrous. And so the police show up and they're trying to restrain him. And he's fighting back. He's just too powerful. You know, the police can't handle him. So they decide to do the only thing that they know how to do. They shoot the guy, and they like fill him with like 20 bullets. Bam, 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 bam. So he falls to the ground. So back in the jail cell, he's just kind of like grinning, remembering what he did, how much fun it was, like killing all these people. And so a man shows up. The masked bad boss shows up, And he's just like really confused, like, why is there someone showing up here? And then we flash forward in time, and Masked Bad Boss and Sam, they're just like buddy buddy. They're walking in broad daylight, and just random people on the streets are booing them, just like throwing things at them. You murderer! Like, I don't know how you can walk the streets, and they're like really pissed, right? So Bad Boss tells Sam, don't worry, I will provide all the entertainment that you want. I will allow you the violence. Um, you know, as long as you do what I say, I will provide you with victim after victim, people for you to terrorize. So don't worry about these people. You know, I I will give you entertainment. And the scene ends with Sam just like he's having a lot of fun. He's smiling. He's glad he gets to do. He's glad that he gets to do what he enjoys. Right. So a backstage interview segment. We have June Allison. She introduces herself as June Allison from the Overdrive News Network. She's a reporter. She's like April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles, basically. And she's with Jack Marvel. So, Jack, how do you feel about facing your friend? And, Jack is just giving this generic interview, I knew we could do it. We're good enough, as kids. We were like the toughest, blah, 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 blah. We know each other very well. This is not going to be easy. All this like generic baby face stuff. So in the middle of the interview, this kind of nun-like person, Sister Dahlia, comes in and like hands out a pamphlet to them. Yeah, like hands out a pamphlet to them, and she's saying that the end is coming, the end of the world. Our current world is filled with sin. We are devoured by sin, and the Lord is going to punish us and end the world. Embrace the Lord. Embrace Lord Lariah, and you shall be saved from your sins. And she's encouraging these two to read the pamphlet. These are the ways that the Lord Lariah can save you. So she walks off, and Jack and June are just like really confused, like, what the hell just happened? Alright. So in the next segment, Jude Atlas is just kind of like sitting in his. He's just kind of like standing alone, preparing for his match. Suddenly, he hears footsteps, and it's the masked boss man. Bad boss. The masked bad boss. And the Jude questions him. He's like, why? Why did you choose me? Jack, I understand. Amateur wrestling champion. He's this incredible talent, incredible physique. He's got all the wrestling talent in the world. But why me? Why did you choose me to be part of this revolutionary Overdrive Wrestling? And the bad boss says, what, are you not feeling confident? No, it's not that. I will win this match. And like he goes on and says like, no one has ever chosen me. Like, no one has really pegged me for success. Why have you put me in this spot? And then the bad boss says, like, he's just like patting him on the back. Your determination is enough reason for me. No other company may pay you any attention but me. I can see how determined you are. I believe in you. You're like no one else in the world. You are the real talent. If you follow me, you will be the greatest of champions. You will be the champion of champions. Jude Atlas. So So Bad Boss like gives him a hug and then walks away. So, you know, as he removes his kind of like arms from Jude's shoulders, Jude falls to his knees. He's trembling. There's like mist surrounding him, and like his eyes are just like glowing crazy. He's clenching onto his heart, and he's like, ah, masked Bad Boss. What was that? Who the hell is he? Alright, so now we have a match between Sam Titus and Jason Patterson. I have no clue who Jason Patterson is, so I think the result is pretty obvious. Sam Titus just like murders this guy. Alright, so backstage, our favorite reporter, June Allison, is interviewing the masked Bad Boss. So she opens up by congratulating Bad Boss on this excellent debut of Overdrive Wrestling. And then she says, you know, why did you hire Sam Titus? This is just like a very controversial hire. He's a convicted mass murderer. You know, why a lot of people are not happy with this. Why are you supporting a mass murderer? And so the Bad Boss says, I'm thinking of the fans. I want there to be the best competition in this, in this organization, the best competition, best entertainment. And I promise you that Sam will not commit murder while in my employ. If he kills someone, that's blood on my hands. I can promise you that. He will be well behaved. And, he didn't kill Jason Patterson, did he? Like, he's not doing anything wrong. Like, just like, trust me on this one. And so June is questioning, like, he's a convicted murderer. Like, he should be serving out his sentence. Like, how did you pull this off? How did you get him out of jail? And so the Bad Boss starts like getting a little bit agitated. He's like, hey, look, he did not kill anyone ever since he's left. I have it under control. He competed like a true wrestler. There was no foul play. There will be no foul play. And I don't know why you don't see my genius. I've taken this mass murderer and I've reformed him. I've made him a positive, contributing member to society. And then, the Bad Boss just like walks away. So next is our main event. It's a rated 8. Probably the worst match of the show, but it is what it is. So in this match, Jack and Jude, these two childhood friends are giving everything they have. It's just like a physical, tightly contested match. But at the end of the day, Jack's athleticism, his talent is too much. He defeats Jude Atlas. Alright. Ooh, 41, nice. Alright, so in this segment, the camera, it just shows a living room. There's a championship belt on the sofa, and we hear the shower running, like shh. And then inside the washroom, we see like a shower curtain. We see a silhouette of the woman taking the shower. She's humming to herself. And back in the living room, we hear the phone ringing. The camera zooms into the caller ID, it says World Overdrive Wrestling. So, this organization is calling her. So inside the shower, we see like a close-up shot of the the shower tap. We see her hand. She turns the shower off. She's finished her shower. We see a view from behind her, her long, you know, her back, her brunette hair. But obviously, there's no ass shot because this is a PG show. Like, we don't want to show that stuff. So back in the living room, the washroom door just opens, and out comes Alina, like with the towel wrapped around her, and she puts her hand in her hair, like brushes it back. There's like sparkles going everywhere, and she looks into the camera, and she's like, "All right, boys, it's time to kick it into overdrive." And the show ends. All right, so as expected, the show did not really do too well. 23. This Alina segment's very promising. The main event kind of bombed. 8. Literally the worst rating on the entire show. But I just wanted to introduce Jack and Jude. I think for the future shows, I will be leaning more into Alina. She's kind of my superstar right now. And I might hire a few better talents to help get my ratings up. Someone that can just lose to Alina. And hopefully Alina will carry the show long enough for me to kind of build everyone up. To build up Sam, build up Bad Boss, build up hopefully one of these two turns out to be good, Jack or Jude. So there's no changes in the popularity. It's not the best, but it's not the worst, because I know I can do better. If I just have Alina main eventing and having her in multiple segments, I can improve this by quite a lot. At the very least, I didn't lose popularity. So I have a plan going forward. I know how to make the show better. I'm going to look into a different type of product because I'm not really into this comedy stuff. This is serious business. So I think Alina, praised for a great performance, for basically being in the shower. That was the best segment of the show. And I think my two heroes, the old guys, what were they called? Ancient Hero and Evil Bad Guy. These guys, they did okay. I'll put them over. So yeah. Yep, she's happy, Ancient Hero's happy, and Evil Bad Guy's happy. So that's episode 1. Episode 2 should have a better rating, and it should really help me grow. So I'll catch you guys next time.